Hello students. So today's topic of discussion is disadvantages of series circuit for domestic wiring. So there are some disadvantages of series circuit. So let's discuss. So here first one is in series circuit. If one electrical appliance stop working due to some defect, then all the other appliances also stop working. For example, if a number of bulbs are connected in series and just one bulb gets fused or blows off, then all the other bulbs will also stop glowing. So next one is in series circuit all the electrical appliances have only one switch due to which they cannot be turned on or off separately. For an example, all the bulbs connected in a series have only one switch due to which all the bulb can be switches on or switches off together and not separately. So next one is in series circuit the appliance do not get the same voltage as that of the power supply line because the voltage is shared by all the appliances. The appliances get less voltage and hence don't work properly. For example, all the bulbs connected in series do not get the same voltage of 220 volt of the power supply line. They get less voltage and hence glow less brightly. So next one is in the series connection of electrical appliance, the overall resistance of the circuit increases too much due to which the current from the power supply is low. Moreover, the same current flows throughout the series circuit due to which all the appliances of different power ratings cannot draw sufficient current for their power working. So next there are some advantages of parallel circuit. So in parallel circuit, if one electrical appliance stop working due to some defect, then all the other appliances keep working normally. For example, if a number of bulbs are connected in parallel circuit and one bulb get fused, then all the remaining bulbs will keep on glowing. Next point is in a parallel circuit, each electrical appliance has its own switch due to which it can be turned on or turned off separately without affecting the other appliances. For example, all the bulbs joined in a parallel circuit in a house have separate switches due to which we can switch on or switch off any bulb or any fan or any electrical appliance without affecting other bulbs in the houses. Okay, next point is in parallel circuit each electrical appliance get the same voltage of 220 volt as the power supply line. So due to which all the appliances will work properly. For example, all the bulbs connected in parallel circuit get the same voltage of 220 volt supply line and hence glow very brightly. So next point is in the parallel connection of electrical appliances, the overall resistance of the household circuit is reduced due to which the current from the power supply is high. Every appliances can therefore draw the required amount of current. For example, in parallel circuit, even the high power rating appliances like electric irons, water heaters and air conditioners etc. can draw the high current needed for their proper functionings. Okay, move on to the next point. So next one is electric power. So what is electric power? So when an electric current flows through a conductor, electrical energy is used up and we say that the current is doing work. So we know that rate of doing work is called power. So electric power is the electrical work done per unit time. That is power equal to electric power or power is equal to work done divided by time taken, which is equal to P is equal to W by T. So next unit of power. Unit of power is watt. So the power of 1 watt is a rate of working of 1 joule per second. That means 1 watt is equal to 1 joule divided by 1 second. So how electric power can be calculated? There are some formula for calculating electric power. So electric power means potential difference divided by current. So electric power is equal potential difference into current. So or otherwise electric power is equal to voltage into current because potential difference and voltage is same, so electric power is equal to voltage into current. And one more formula is equal to P is equal to I square into R, where I is current, R is resistance, P is power. So next formula is P equal to V square divided by R. So this one is from Ohm's law. By putting the value of I, so we got V square by R, where V is the potential difference or voltage and R is resistance. So there is a numerical. An electric bulb is rated 220 volt and 100 watt. When it is operated on 110 volt, then calculate the power consumed. So here first given power P equal to 100 watt, V potential difference V equal to 220 volt, and here resistance is not given. So at first we have to find out the resistance. Why? Because we know that power P equal to R square by I. So here we know that P equal to V square by R. So power is given 100, voltage 220 square by R, and by calculating this we got R equal to 484 ohm. Now in the second case, P equal to V square by R, we know that. So here V equal to 110. So since it is given that when it is operated on 110 volt, that means voltage equal to 110. So 110 square means 110 into 110 divided by resistance R. So resistance is already we have calculated that 484 ohm. So by putting these values we got power P equal to 25 watt. That means here power is equal to 225 watt. So next point is heating effect of current. What is when an electric current is passed through a high resistance wire, the resistance wire becomes very hot and produces heat, and this is called heating effect of current. So here how we can calculate heat produced. So heat produced, H is equal to I square into R into T, where I is current, R is resistance, and T is time. So here heat produced H is directly proportional to current I. So since heat produced is directly proportional to the current I, so if we double the current, then the heat produced will become 4 times, and if we halve the current, then heat generated will become 1/4. And the next point is AC is directly proportional to resistance. That means as the resistance increases, heat produced, amount of heat produced is also increases. So if resistance is double, then heat produced is also double. If resistance is half, then heat produced is also half. And next one is AC, heat produced AC is directly proportional to time. So a given current will produce more heat per unit time if the two resistors are connected in series than when they are connected in parallel. So next one is one more numerical. Here calculate the heat produced when 96,000 coulombs of charge is transferred in 1 hour through a potential difference of 50 volt. So okay, so here current I equal to Q by T. We know that current I equal to Q by T, quantity of charge moved divided by time taken. So here charge is equal to 96,000 time 1 hour. So by converting into second, 96,000 divided by 60 into 60, and by calculating this we got I equal to 26.67 ampere. So here from Ohm's law we know that R equal to V by I. So by putting the value of potential difference and current, we got 50 divided by 26.67, which is equal to 1.87 ohm. So heat produced H is equal to I square into R into T. So here I equal to 26.67. So by putting these values I, R and T, we got 4788,400 joule, and by converting this into kilojoule we got 4788.4 kilojoule. So here heat produced is equal to 4788.4 kilojoule. So there are some applications of heating effect of current. So working of electrical heating appliances such as electric iron, electric kettle, toaster, oven, etc. So these are the applications. So thank you, and if you have any doubt or confusion regarding this, then you can contact me with my personal WhatsApp number. Thank you.